Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Aux Talks. It is Sunday, November 26th. I thought Milo would make a guest appearance today on the show. Say hi to Milo, everybody. He's about a year and a half old. He's a beagle. He's a good guy. So he's our boy here at the house, watchdog, and we like to give him some love. He was at a facility for a couple of days while we were out of town, and he is happy to be home. So Milo, thanks for being here, buddy. We love you. Okay, let's talk about some articles I saw today that I think are very important for all of us to be paying attention to. The first one that I'm not shocked by it, but this is something I saw from BMW Finance this morning, and it's called BMW's Balloon Select Financing. And we talk about the collapse of the auto market. We also talk about, all the cheerleaders trying to get everybody in to buy cars, to buy houses, to buy things that they can't afford. So BMW financing says lower monthly payments, more flexibility. And it says learn more about BMW Select Balloon Financing, a unique financing opportunity or option that gives you all the benefits of ownership with lower monthly payments on any BMW vehicle. And it says BMW Select and BMW Owner's Choice Balloon Financing offers all the perks of ownership with the benefits of lower monthly payments. You'll make payments on a portion of the vehicle's total financed amount with a final balloon payment due at the end of the contract. You might be surprised on how much vehicle you can afford. So once again, BMW, like all the other all the other car makers, are trying to suck you in to a vehicle that you cannot afford, that you should not be buying in the first place. Please keep that in mind. When you go to the dealership and they say, well, look, you can afford this. It's not what you can afford. It's what you should be purchasing or considering. It says, how does balloon financing work? At the end of the loan term, your balloon balance is due. You can pay the balance in full, apply to refinance the balloon balance, or if you have equity in your BMW, you may be able to use the trade-in value to help cover the balance. Okay, option number 3 is not going to ever happen. Number 1, you're not going to have equity in the car. You're going to be underwater. And so you're going to owe money. You're going to owe the balloon payment. Okay. Talk about refinancing the balloon payment. What if rates have gone up? What if your credit score has gone down? What if you had an unforeseen issue come up and you cannot, you're not a candidate to refinance? Guess what? That balloon payment is due. And if you cannot make that balloon payment, guess what? They're going to take the car back, and then they're going to sue you for the balance of the payment that you owe them. So again, not everyone, but the unwary, the financially unsavvy will get sucked into this kind of a plan. They'll pick up an M Series, $120,000 BMW when they're making $35,000 a year. Yes, their payment will be lower. It will be similar to what I would, akin to in the mortgage business, like an ARM, adjustable rate mortgage, where you pay interest only for some period of time, or interest only mortgage, where it's locked in interest for so long, and then it adjusts upward. These are bad financial instruments to get into when you're in uncertain economic times. It says, why choose balloon financing? Available on any new pre-owned or CPO, certified pre-owned BMW. Select Balloon Financing offers more ways to get into your dream vehicle. Unlike a lease, there are no mileage restrictions or fees. Flexible terms can help lower your monthly payments, and with shorter term options, you can potentially get into the latest BMW sooner. So again, they're pumping the latest vehicles, the ones they can't move off the lot at over MSRP, but they're going to get you into this. We can afford it. Don't worry about it. Take on this obligation, and in 36 months or in 48 months, don't worry, you'll be able to refinance this Worst case scenario, if you're upside down, you just pay off the debt. So I hope you understand what this means. It is a creative financing. And if you have to creatively finance something, guess what? You shouldn't be buying it in the first place. Second article I saw today, sorry, I'm feeding from a stack here next to me. It says, why Howard Clark, this is from Yahoo Finance, and this was yesterday. Why Howard Clark says you're crazy to strive for an 800 credit score. I haven't talked too much about FICO scores on this channel. It's super important. It deserves its own show or video. But the FICO scores, your credit score, if you haven't figured it out, is extremely important to a lender or a creditor evaluating whether or not you are a good credit risk. I'm not giving you financial advice here. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just telling you, do your own research, but this is the way it works. And when you go to apply for a loan, whatever kind of loan it is, a mortgage, an auto loan, a line of credit, anything, business line of credit, personal line of credit, a HELOC, they're going to look at your credit score. And the higher your credit score, the more of a, let's say, more of a credit risk they're willing to take with you. As a borrower. The higher your credit score, the better credit risk you are because you've shown a track record of doing the right thing, paying your bills on time, keeping your debt limits low, not going late 30, 60, 90 on obligations, not having bankruptcies on your record, not having foreclosures on your record. And this says, Howard Clark, never heard of this guy, by the way. I could be living under a rock. I don't know. Howard Clark, a prominent consumer finance expert, entrepreneur, author, and radio host, challenges the conventional wisdom, it says, that striving for an 800 credit score or higher is a universally wise, why not striving for 800 credit score or higher is not a universally wise financial goal. He's basically saying, look you don't need to stress about getting 800 FICO or higher. It's a diminishing return for you. If you don't know, FICO scores on a scale, and the scale that this works is 300 to 579 is poor credit, 580 to 669 is fair credit, 670 to 739 is good credit, 740 to 799 is very good credit, and 800 to 850 is exceptional. 850 is the highest, let's say, rung on the ladder as it comes to credit scores. And it says, while many individuals view an 800 credit score as the pinnacle of credit worthiness, Howard contends that this pursuit may be excessive and unnecessary for most consumers. Quote, there are people who want to be at 850, the highest possible score, he said. I don't get it. You're crazy if you obsess with an 800 or 850 credit score. And he says, Clark does encourage you to strive for good credit, but says that once you reach a certain score, pushing for additional credit scores may not be something that you should care about. So Howard argues that achieving such a high score may not provide substantial additional benefits compared to scores in the high 700s. In fact, Fannie Mae's qualifying score for a home mortgage is 620 or higher for a fixed-rate home loan, a big difference from the near-perfect 800. Guys, all I can say is this. If you are a borrower, if you are a lender, if you are a creditor, and you are evaluating a borrower, you know what? The higher credit score that you have, the better you are going to be looked at. The more favorable, the more reliant, the more dependable, and the better person for the bank to approve a loan to, if that's what you're looking to do. And it may just be a business loan. It may be a bridge loan. It may be an emergency loan. Again, I'm not trying to beat up on this guy, whoever he is. I'm just saying that why go halfway? Yes, don't obsess with it, but the better credit score you can have, the better off you will be, especially if you are cash flush, you've saved some money, you're looking to roll into some opportunities in the coming year or couple years in real estate, the stock market, which I think are all going to be available. Maybe even picking up some highline vehicles when they're all going to be on sale. All these things, if you are financing anything, will require you to go into the scrutiny of a lender. And all I can say is, if you can achieve 800, 810, 820, 830, 840. Why not? Yes, don't obsess over it. You have to keep your debt levels low. You have to pay off revolving balances. You do have to have some credit. If you have no credit cards, that can work against you. If you have a lot of inquiries into your credit, that can work against you. Again, do your own research and due diligence on credit score evaluation and what it takes to get your credit score high. But look, I don't see any downside, folks, to having a 800 plus credit score. And I bet anybody you talk to who's a bank or a lender will tell you that if they see someone with 800 plus credit score, that's a standout individual. That's someone who has done the right thing and who is responsible with their finances. It says there are. Well, so it talks about individuals having experienced a drop in their credit score once they paid off a mortgage or a vehicle. I mean, that's true. When you reduce your debt levels or pay them off totally, that can negatively affect your credit score. It's very intricate. At the end of the day, this guy Howard is professing something that I don't totally agree with, and so. So keep that in mind, but evaluate your FICO score. If you don't know what it is, find out what it is, because it does mean a lot for right now. My credit score is well over 800. Doesn't mean yours is. Doesn't mean you shouldn't strive for that. Do I lay awake at night thinking about how I'm going to improve the credit score? No. It just comes with doing the right thing, being financially responsible, and paying your obligations on time and not maxing out your credit limits. This is an important article I saw this morning on Yahoo Finance. Actually, it's from Friday. It says KPMG freezes pay for 12,000 employees amid market downturn. We talk about the employment market, but more importantly, we talk about starting your own business, what that means. And why it's important. And I'll tell you, this is why it's important, in my opinion. I did some research. KPMG is the fourth largest accounting firm in the world. As of the last stats I saw, it had $25.4 billion in revenue. And in 2023, it was ranked number 38 on Forbes magazine's top or best 100 companies to work for. So, it's a big player. And this article says KPMG has frozen the salaries for 12,000 workers across the UK as Big Four accounting firms, continue to grapple with the sharp slowdown in the deals market. It says the accountant reportedly told staff that it will only give pay raises to those who were promoted this year. The pay freeze hits thousands of workers who had been eligible for pay raises after moving into higher seniority rank without receiving an official promotion. So again, if you work for somebody, these are things that you are always going to be susceptible to. And of course, let me read you the next section. More than half of KPMG's partners, who were paid an average of $717,000, it wasn't dollars, it's I guess sterling silver, last year, will avoid the pay freeze as they receive a share of company profits instead of a salary. Look, the people at the top never get the pay cuts. People at the top are never susceptible to, as in this case, the pay freezes. So keep that in mind. So what does that mean? Be your own boss. start your own business, control your own control your own pay raises. It says, we will be rewarding eligible colleagues for their efforts this year with a bonus. However, reflecting the challenging economic and market environment, this will be lower than in previous years. So not only are they freezing the salaries, but they are going to be not giving out as high bonuses as they once were, they expected to. So again, you've got a slowdown. This obviously applies to Great Britain, but look, it's one of the biggest firms in the world for accounting. This is all going to make its way and apply similarly in the United States. Folks, keep this in mind. The side hustle is so important. The side gig is so important right now. We need to understand what is going on. Don't buy into this debt trap financing BS that I read to you from BMW or any dealership for that matter. If you can't afford it, consider not buying it. If you have an alternative and you can wait for a while, my personal opinion is you might want to consider waiting. With that being said, I did not address this when we started the show today, but the support's been great. If you like the channel, if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button and share this, most importantly, with your family and your friends so we can continue to wake people up that have their head in the sand, that refuse to accept reality of what is going on right now. Pay off debt, keep your debt levels low, regardless of what this guy says, this expert. Work on your credit score. Take a look at it, get it printed out, find out what it is, and do your best to improve it, and do your best to keep it as stellar as you possibly can. There's no downside to that. With that being said, I did get a workout this morning. It's Sunday. We're back here in the hometown from the Thanksgiving weekend. Hope everybody had a healthy, safe, and family fun-filled Thanksgiving weekend. Back at the grind tomorrow. There are no days off. Please get your exercise in, get your steps in, your cardio, do some sit-ups, some push-ups. Again, this stuff is extremely important, guys, to be not only physically strong, but mentally strong and fit. Helps you to minimize stress. I'm going a bit long today. I apologize. I hope you enjoyed Milo's big introduction. And with that being said, all of you have a wonderful Sunday evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.